Warning: the show you are about to see has been put together by the world's safest DJ. You will laugh, maybe learn something. He will definitely say something stupid, but you are never ever in any danger.
Hear me. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm not now I'm on live. I'm sorry about that. Can you guys hear me all right? Hello, Jacob. Hello, hello. I'll say hi to you guys while I pull. It's been a little rust. Got to get the rust off. Got to shake the rust off. It's been a couple of weeks, and we're back. We're back. I actually wasn't gonna bring the show back on, and I'm not officially till May. But you know, when you get a text from somebody that is a legend, and you start chatting, you hit it up, you're like, we got to do a show together. And so that's what's happening today. In just a little bit, I'll be bringing on DJ Kova. Is it on now, Hairspray? I think I'm good now, right? Are we good now? I know. Okay, it is all good now. Okay. Hey, uh, you gotta shake the rust off. You gotta shake the rust off. It's always irritating in the playback when there's nothing more annoying than you as a viewer, watching a live stream and just see like some idiot. Oh my god. But we're back. We're back. Thanks for being here, everybody. Here's the plan. I'm gonna bring DJ Kova on in just a little bit, and we are going to learn how to make edits. He's gonna walk us through how to do some DJ edits. I've become very interested in this. And he is gracious enough to come on here and almost give us like a free seminar. He does this, and he will have a special for you guys. Like he's gonna promote his academy, and then he'll have a special for you if you want to jump on. But he's gonna give us like a free little lesson here, and I'm super excited about this because I really want to get into this. I want to learn how to do this. I want to do it right, and he's gonna help us with that. But first, a couple things. One, like I said at the top, I don't know if I was muted or not, but the show will officially be back in May. But I have a very big change that is going to be happening to it. And the biggest change to the show when we come back in May, it's only going to be a half hour long. That's it. 30 minutes. And then after that, no matter what, even if I'm in the middle of a conversation, it's just going to end. 30 minutes tops. That's all we're going to do. Second thing I want to tell you guys is if you didn't see earlier today, I dropped a video reviewing the LD battery speakers, the LD10 and then the 8. So the 10 right there and the 8, they're battery speakers by LD. And those were sent to me courtesy of AGI Pro DJ. And when they asked me if I wanted to review them, I was like, yeah, I'm interested in that. And then they said, do you want to give one away to one of your viewers? And I was like, hell yeah. So that is currently live. The link is in the description right now of this video and of that video. I pinned it in the comments and it's in the description. If you click on that link, it'll take you to their site where you can enter into the contest. It's going to run all the way to about mid-May. And if you are a viewer, then if you scroll down, there's a little checkbox that says, I know Aaron. And if you click on that, then that enters you twice. So I asked them, I was like, yes, let's do a contest, but I want to give my viewers a little advantage here. So that's going on right now. It is fully live. The Anny 10 right back there is a 10-inch. If you want to see any details about it, I reviewed it. It's really cool. Battery powered speaker, got wheels. It's got like a suitcase kind of carry on. Sounds great. It has a little cabinet where you can put mics, and it's got built-in mic receivers that you can add. So the one I'm giving away doesn't have that, but you can add that on. So that is currently going on. So shout out AGI Pro DJ. Thank you for making that happen. And if you guys want to win that, click on that link and enter all that. I know, right? Isn't that awesome? Thank you, Mr. Pookie. Hit that like button if you're excited about that. Oh, we got a non-DJ here who wants to try to win this thing. So let's, whoever, you guys got to enter so that my friend here does not win this thing. He's not a DJ. I don't care. All right. So it's time to get into it. I'm excited. About a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I got a text message that said, Athena, thanks for being here. I'm glad you're able to finally make it. just one of the things I love about running this YouTube channel was getting to meet you guys is probably one of my favorite things. And by the way, I'll be at Midwest DJ Live. So if you're going to be there, put that in the chat. Make sure you come up and say hi. That's in a week or two. I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of you guys there. So that's a fun aspect of it. But the second thing is like who I get to meet along the way, along the journey. And this guy that I'm bringing on, instant bro connection. And we became homies. We talked for like 2 hours on the phone. Best friends, giggling, sharing secrets. All right. I know things about this guy. I don't think his wife even knows, but I'm aware. I know we shared things. And I can't wait to bring him on because we're going to hang for a little bit and then he is going to teach us some shit. And I'm stoked because I'm a dumbass. So I'm really looking forward to learning. So I want everybody right now, hit the like button, show some love as I bring on DJ Kova. There he is. Hold on. I do have here we go. Where's my fucking oh damn it.
This
Here
one,
it is.
this one?
Here. Wait, no, here. Do you have one too?
Yeah, I have
Do
one too
yours.
right
There.
I have it ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Double DJ horn, let's go, bro.
Hey, what is up, everybody? What's going on? First of all, I want to give a big shout out. We got a lot of people in here. We got a lot of friends. We got Mr. Pookie in here. He does all our video stuff. Great DJ. Salute to our guy, DJ, which is Jacob. Salute to him. That's my guy right there. Midwest family. Salute to Sonia Facia, the Netherlands in the building. Who else is in here? Daniel Rodriguez. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. Athena, welcome. Great to see you. Let's see who else. Appreciate new day, new drink. Oh,
that's my boy. That's my college roommate. He's here because he's only here because he wants to win the speaker, but he's not even a DJ. He's yes.
Interesting. What about Matthew Brulla, or is that the same guy?
No, he's a DJ in Wisconsin.
Awesome. Salute to Lavonda Rocks in the building. Salute to her. She just became a Twitch partner. That's not easy, by the way, everybody. So salute to everybody who's here. Appreciate you guys.
Lavonda did?
Yeah, Lavonda Rocks. She's in the building right there.
Congrats. Yeah, I know, right? You I was talking to my wife about that. Like I was like telling her who you were, and I was like, yeah, I'm working with Twitch, got to have that dinner with the CEO. Like that story was so awesome to me. And I was saying like it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to be a Twitch partner than it is to get monetized in YouTube. Right?
Absolutely. I think so, in my opinion. I think well, how about this? Lavando going there. Marcus, what up? Red and what is it? DJ Red and Black. Salute to you, King. Vince Boyd. I think one of the things, it is harder, yes, but DJs always figure out the hack, which is
there's a hack.
They do this thing and then they just look bad. But yes, so what they do is they raid into each other. I'll tell you guys the hack. So they network and they raid into each other, and then but what happens is then you go, you get your partner, your purple check, and then you're back to 10 viewers or 5 viewers, so it's like the awkwardness begins. You know what I mean?
Right. It's almost like with YouTube, it's my advice to people is like organically grow. Don't go on Facebook and tell your friends that you went to high school with, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you blowed up your numbers, right? Maybe your sub number. But when I see a channel that has 10,000, 15, 50,000 subscribers, and then you see their videos only have 200 views, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Absolutely. We got more people in here. Salute to my guy, the real DJ June. Salute to him. He also unlocked partner. So he's on his way to get partner. So how to get partner, if you know that, for Twitch, you have to have 75 concurrent viewers at any or above at any one time. You have to have, I think it's like 16 streams in a row. So it's a little bit of work, but yeah, this guy did it. He's from New York. New York
is the money better? Is the money better over Twitch than it is on YouTube?
It's a complete bragging rights, dude. It's not even like at least on YouTube you get to monetize. Yeah. But there's no real split difference. There is something called, what's it called, Lavonda, in June? Sonia, it's called something. So if you get a certain amount of subs, they change your, because it's a 50-50 split between the subs. Is that the same in YouTube or no?
You mean, what do you mean, like subs with paying?
Oh yeah. So you guys, all right. So for us to subscribe to you have to pay to subscribe to a channel, and then you don't get any ads. So that's how you get supported. And on Twitch.
Oh, it's
Yeah. So
50-50? That's way
it's
better than YouTube.
50.
So the only thing, so what you can do in YouTube is when you get monetized, then you get paid per view, right? And the better your videos do upfront in views, the better the money is, right? So it can range from like 8 to like I think the high would be like $8 per view till like 50 cents or a dollar, it kind of depends. Like if it's a slow climb, but if like so for example, the video I did with the EV70 and 90 probably has done the best in terms of like fastest to 10,000 views. And I think when you do that, you get more money. And then you can also do memberships, which there are some members here. You can see in the chat. A member is somebody that has like, they'll have like a little icon near their name.
Right. Got it.
So you could subscribe for free, but then a membership pays like a monthly fee. And those guys, by the way, a little plug, members always get to watch videos early. So whenever I drop a video, I'll let the members get like almost a 24-hour heads up on it, and then it drops to everybody else later. So
Oh,
that's kind
love
of
that.
an advantage they get to do.
Okay, that's good. So a member, how much do they pay? What is that?
$2.
$2. Okay. Well, so with Twitch, it's 6 now. Partner Plus. Thank you, Lavonda and Sonia. So it's $6, $5.99, and 3 goes to Twitch and 3 goes to you.
That's way better. I think in like just so you guys know, when you are a member, out of the $3, well, maybe that's not true. I think I get almost most of that. I think I get like 2. I think I get 2 and then they take 1. So I'm
That's
not sure
great.
like
So
what the ratio. Yeah,
even
that
if
is
it's
pretty good.
66, 33, right? So it's 50-50. Well,
Yeah.
Ali, salute to Ali, DJ Ali from the Bay, San Francisco area. Great to see you, King.
What's up, bro? Yes, I'm seeing some new people here on the stream that haven't been here before. So you brought some peeps over. Welcome to you. And then where are my people? If you're my people, hit that like button right now. Where are my people?
Let's see. If you guys are excited to see us talk and and make fun of each other. No, we're not gonna
Yeah.
make. We
Yeah,
did make
man.
fun of each other. It's like we were like, I felt like I knew you for 10 years. We had a 2-hour conversation first time I met him. It wasn't awkward at all. I felt like we knew each other. We got deep. We talked about 20 minutes about the industry, 20 minutes about cameras, because he's a geek nerd with cameras too. And then the rest was other stuff.
Religion, bro. We got into religion, which is like, holy shit. If you're gonna, I mean, like that takes your friendship to the next level when you start talking about that kind of shit.
Absolutely.
Holy cow, crazy. But I'm so glad you're here. And like for my viewers or for people that might not know, I would love to hear on your side. I know you're in Florida right now, and you made the move from New York to Florida. Why don't you tell everybody sort of like, what you're currently like doing and what your like big passion is right now.
Cool. So I'll tell you 30 seconds of who I am, and then that way we'll go right into that. It'll make sense. So I'm a aspiring producer. I started at 19, went to school for audio engineering, came out a DJ because everybody in my class was a DJ. And then from there I started DJing. So 19 I started. By 21 I made my first record. My first record popped. It was a white label bootleg that popped. It sold a ton of copies, like a
digital,
lot.
like digital or physical?
Physical. This is back, and that's how I'm dating myself. But yeah, we actually pressed one of the last vinyls, and dude, when I tell you, we thought we were rich. We thought we made it. I went to Florida at the time. I lived in New York, but I came down to Florida, and they were playing it in one of the clubs in Disney. And then we went to another club. They were playing. My friend would call me on the phone screaming. He was in Tampa. He's like, "Yeah, you made it!" And we're like, "Oh shit!" So like, it was like a big deal. So they played it all over Cali, everywhere. And then the next 7 records I did flopped, and they were pretty bad. And one of the last records I did out of the 7, the label lost their distribution deal thanks to me and my crappy record. So, Justin the DJ in the building.
What do you think? Yeah, Justin's here. What do you think? Like the first one popped, it surprised you guys. Is it one of those things where you just like, I don't have any idea what? Like last night, I was watching Napoleon Dynamite with my daughter. It was her first. I asked her like, "You ever seen this movie?" She goes, "No." I'm like, "You ever seen clips of this like on YouTube or whatever?" She goes, "I don't know." So she goes, I'm like, "You don't understand what the phenomenon this was back in 04. Like everybody had to vote for Pedro. Sure, like this was a huge, huge movie." And then when you read about it, like their budget was $400,000 for the whole thing. The John Hader, the main actor, he only got paid $1,000. There was like, it was just this homegrown thing, right? And it just
Yeah.
went crazy. And I was thinking, like, man, they had to thought, how, why? And Violet even asked me, like, why was this big, Dad? I was like, well, let's watch it and you tell me. And she told me, she was, well, it's super quotable. I'm like, 100%. The
Yeah, yeah.
characters are silly and goofy. So, like, were you able to sort of, like, it was a surprise to you? Do you think you know why? Like, was there a certain vibe or a song that just like went off during that first album?
So funny story. It's two parts. I'll tell you. So salute to
Yeah.
Dell in the building. To salute to Maria. Salute to you. Great to see Justin the DJ. That's my guy right there. So I was gonna go to Midwest DJs, by the way, guys, and at the last minute I can't. I actually committed to something in Miami, and it's like 3.5 hours away, and I would have to. The timing was just so off, so I'm not gonna be
Oh,
able to go.
bummer. That would have been cool.
All right. So to answer your question, so all right. So back then you used hardware. There was no software, none of this easy cheat stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole thing to me seems like AI when people try to use the AI as a cheat code.
Yeah.
So like we had to buy equipment and then we realized we didn't have enough, and you had to like sync physical cassettes, bro. And you had to do this thing called Simpty Stripe, which was like a fax machine, and that's how you linked it to your gear, and you hit play and everything would kind of like off, but it would eventually catch on. It was the worst thing ever. But anyway, I didn't know what I was doing. Me and this
Mhm.
kid, I went to a record store and I was like, "Hey, I just bought this $3,000 sampler that Kanye has, $3,500." And I was like, "Spend all my money." I was like, "And I'm gonna make a record." And the kid's like, "I just bought an SB12, which is like with Tribe Called Quest and all these other guys, DJ Premier use, and I'm gonna make a record." When we look at each other, we're like, "Let's make a record together." We get this thing in the basement. We start borrowing equipment from everybody because we didn't have enough. Like we're like, wait a minute, a mixer? And I'm like, a DJ mixer? And I'm like, no, like a mixer. Is it like,
Anybody got a mic? Ah,
yeah,
fuck.
exactly, literally, bro. It was literally like that. Yo, so we had a basement. I lived in a basement apartment, and I had a whole basement apartment full of studio gear. We didn't know what we were doing. We learned piece by piece, and we just took a popular song, which was I don't know if you're into freestyle where you're from, but so TK Maria, we did a house bootleg of it.
Okay.
And I think at the time, like because freestyle had died, and we just kind of resurged it with like some. It was like a mashup, I guess, like a over glorified mashup. And then we just took all these pieces that were like hot, and we kind of reinvented them and learned how to make a record. We didn't. I never made a record. That was my first record, and it just popped. And some bootleg guy. I shouldn't even be telling this story, but I guess it's the statute of limitations, right? It's been many years. Anyway,
You're
so
safe.
this
Allegedly.
bootleg
Just wrap everything in
allegedly
allegedly.
allegedly this happened, and then this bootleg guy came up to us and he was like, "Hey, we'll give you. I think it was like $1,500." We were like 750 each. We thought we were rich.
Yeah.
And what do we do? I put a deposit on another ASR 10, which is $3,500, which is the smartest thing to do. Anyway, so
I'm not gonna pay
dumb.
my bills. I don't care about eating. I gotta
No,
get the newest. I'm with you, guy. That's how
dude,
we are. Yeah.
dude. I was 19, bro. I knew nothing about life, and I just started living on my own. It was crazy. Anyway, so yeah, so that was it, man. So we did that, and it just popped. And like I said, after that, I think it was just beginner's luck. How about that? Like I'll honestly say it was just
Well, I think that, and then I've heard so many stories like something like a success when you trace it back. It was like you'll hear people say, "I was in my basement in the garage. It was just for." That's how Apple started, right? In the garage, a vision, an idea. Um, it's kind of cool. I don't know if I told you. I think I told you about my band, but it was very similar. We recorded our demo in the basement of my house by putting we had one of those old green iMacs. Remember the first gen
yeah, yeah,
iMac that
yeah.
came out? Like
The
the
it was see-through green in the back, like that
yeah,
color?
the
Yeah.
green one. 10 gigabytes of disk space. That was it. 10. And we hooked up our mixer to it and put a microphone in the middle of the floor and
Wow.
just hit record. And that's how we recorded drums. And then we put together this demo and we burned it on a CD and we put it, my bass player put it in a birthday card envelope and just closed it and just started mailing it out to record companies. And there was a record company in California called Northern Records. We sent it to them. They did indie stuff. And they actually wrote back and like, hey, we'll send an A&R guy, watch this perform live. And we got signed and did two record deal with them. But like that's how it started. You know, just four guys in the basement with an idea and a microphone in the middle of the floor, hit record, and just put it out there, you know?
I don't think, yeah, I think that, right? So that's probably the whole thing, to have an idea and then actually make it into fruition. Like make it happen. Like,
That's
I don't
inspirational
know.
as hell, right? I mean, for those of you
Mhm.
guys out there, especially young, old, whatever, just a lot of times it's just, go for it. Fear is, I know, a big part that holds people back. I mean, when I talk to people, like, why don't you just release it, or why don't you just film it and put it out there? I'm afraid people aren't gonna like it. Like, oh, that's a major thing. You gotta put, and sometimes they'll love it. And sometimes you put out a song like Friday, Rebecca Black, and you gotta deal with that bullshit. Hey, Hairspray was asking, what's the name of the song? What was the name of that song you were talking about?
So it was a TK Maria, the freestyle group TK. We remade it into house. So it was a white label bootleg, and it was called the House of Style EP. From what I'm told, I shouldn't even say the numbers. I'm like incriminating some more. It sold a lot of zeros. It actually sold a lot of copies. Like, I'm serious. Like, it got nationally, I know it was global. And it's funny because I meet guys that like DJ X and all this stuff, and they're like, I have that record. Like, and then I cringe because I'm like, somebody could play it back. I thought nobody's gonna have actual vinyl anymore. And then they send me pictures. But it's so funny, yeah.
How cool? How long ago was that? How long ago did that come out?
I started 29 years ago, so 27 years ago?
Okay,
I don't know,
90s. What was that? 98, 97?
something like that, yeah. Late 90s.
Yeah.
That
Wow,
was
that's
it
fun.
was
That's the fun part about being in the industry a while, right? Is like running up to people or running into people like, bro, I had that, that vinyl back in, you're like, damn, you get to be a part of their journey or their process.
yeah.
You run into people like that.
Yeah, yeah. So what's funny is, and it's I want to ask you this because you just talked
Oh,
about a
V
great
Squad
band
said he had
story.
a copy. V Squad here, he said, yeah, I had a copy.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, salute to V Squad. Wow. Okay, thank you, bro. I actually want a copy. I'm not having you send it, but I don't have it. So I would put that up in my studio. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? You asked me a
Oh,
question. Wait, sorry.
I asked you
I
about
lost-
like running into people, inspiring
okay.
them.
Oh yeah, yeah, inspiring. So what's cool is so you had a great band story, but it's funny because so being in the industry so long, and I'm not trying to sound like pops, but 29 years is a long time. But
Mhm.
more than some of the people, older than some of the people in the chat, I'm sure. So one of the things is so you make records. Wait, I was a DJ first, right? But DJ aspiring producer. Then I become a producer. Then I start making. I stopped for a little bit. Then I came back. Then we did remixes. Then you know what I mean. Then I started doing a podcast. So it's like it's funny you say that because I meet people, and then I'll be with someone who knows me from the podcast, but doesn't know about the records, or somebody, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so somebody from radio that knows all the remixes. So some of the people know kind of the early records, but they don't know the remixes, the second half of the second stint of the journey, because I took a little hiatus. So it's funny you say that. So yes, but I get that all the time, and it's weird because I'm like, so where do we know each other?
Right, right.
So I was on Twitch, and some guy comes up to me. He's like, oh, and he says my name. He says Kova, and he says whatever, and this and that. He goes, wait, that's not you. And he pulls up his thing. He's like, bro, I've been following you since 2012. So I
Whoa.
was like,
On what?
whoa,
Like what,
from records. From records. That's when I used to make a lot of
oh,
remixes.
when
So
you
he's like, oh,
said
I know you are.
from something
But
else, I
here
thought
I
you
am
meant like
interviewing.
I thought you meant like he was on your OnlyFans and he, was like,
No.
oh, I know you from a different name, Sparkles,
Susie Stardust. No, no.
I love it. I love it. Hey, let's get into the meat of why we're here today and some DJ edits. And this is a passion of yours, and I know that just from chatting
Yeah.
with you, and that's why I was like excited to have you on. But not only is you creating your own edits, but teaching is a passion of yours as well. And that's what's great about somebody that's been in the industry for so long. It's like I don't want to hold all the secret sauce myself. I want you guys to succeed as well. And I feel like that's what our stream is today. And just a real quick, I want to get to 30 likes. Let's get me up to 30 likes here. And what we're gonna
Let's
do?
do 30
Tell us.
likes, everybody. We got a minute.
Let's go.
We got the
Get
30
to
likes.
30.
Come on, we can do it, everybody.
One
help
other
'em do it.
thing. One other thing we haven't talked about is we have a giveaway. We're gonna go for about another half hour. But do you have it there? What we're giving away? Like, is it close to you?
I didn't get to go downstairs, but I can see. No, it's downstairs. It's in the garage. Sorry.
All right, forget it.
But I give it to you. So we're gonna give you guys a free pair of Hercules headphones, brand new in the box. Nobody used them. I wish I could like again. Let's go, Justin. That's my guy, man. Salute to him. He's a great content creator and DJ, by the way. Very talented DJ.
He's all right. He's all right.
yeah,
He's a short
I'll
little
settle for the
motherfucker.
dislike, but he goes, I'll settle for the dislike button, man. That counts, doesn't it count? It counts for something.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah, it's all engagement. Yeah, we got those Hercules headphones. So
Yeah,
about probably like the next 15, 20 minutes, we'll tell you guys
let's do it.
how you can win those. And we're gonna give them away here. So if you're watching it here and now, you
Live.
get to win the headphones. Okay. You want me
Okay.
to share my screen? You wanna jump into it, or you
Yeah,
wanna
let's
like
do
give
the
everybody a
share
heads
screen.
up like what we're gonna be doing?
Yeah, let's do the thing. So while you're setting up the screen, so I have an academy called Tweak Music Academy. For the longest time, I've been teaching DJs aspiring how to be aspiring producers. And during the pandemic, I actually started to help DJs that were in, that have single op, multi ops, etc. And what I'm noticing is a lot of people are having issues with edits. So today we're gonna kind of just dive into it. We'll do a couple different things, and Aaron is really excited. And the first thing Aaron said, he said, "Can we talk about this AI stuff?" And
Mm.
what was the answer?
What was your answer?
Yeah. At it,
Yeah,
because
I
you were
loved
like,
your
"That's
answer because
good."
I said I know that like there are software out there that's trying to make this easier. But you said, yeah, well, you wouldn't buy a car and get into it and expect it to drive you to where you want to get to. And I love that answer because as much as some of those softwares out there are trying to make it easy to do this, I was like, I love the answer because you still need to understand what the fuck you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're out there just mashing buttons. And let's end that. Let's end the mashing of the buttons. Teach us, make us smart. And that's what's gonna happen right here. I'm gonna get smarter right in front of you guys. I'm gonna sound stupid. I'm gonna ask some dumbass questions, but I'm doing that for you. I'm representing the audience here. All
Let's
right, that's
go.
kind of the
He'll
plan.
do
I'm
it.
representing the
He'll
audience.
do it. Salute to Justin. Says Kova has to do a DJ set with the headphones, and then they double the value. It's too
Let's get
funny.
them nice and
Salute to
sweaty.
my guy, man. All right, let's bring this thing in. Yeah, nice and sweaty. All right, cool. So let's do this in. So first thing I want to do is I want to talk about what the thing with aspiring producers versus DJs. The main thing that I notice is different is you guys are very intentional. So what does that mean? You guys have needs. So intros, outros are sometimes a pain, especially when it's new TikTok songs or viral songs that are out and they weren't well produced. They're not easy to mix in. Second thing is that you know clean edits, arrangements, songs with fluff. Too long. Come on, how many times do we have those, right? Or you get
Yeah.
the bride or groom or somebody in an event. Doesn't even have to be a bride or groom, could be an event, and they want to do something special where they want to do some kind of edit or something, and we don't know how to do it. So I feel like it's 2025, already damn near gonna be half. It's over the quarter, first quarter, but and here we are as DJs, and we can do our CRM, we can do our websites, we know how to do all this crazy stuff, but we don't know how to do audio. So
Yeah.
I gotta add it for effect. Figure you like that. Yeah. So this is something that we want to do. So I wanted to take a song that's kind of a real pain in the butt. And Michael Jackson songs tend to be a pain in the butt.
Mm.
And let me show you why they're a pain in the butt, and then you're gonna go, okay, so what's he gonna do with that? So want to do that?
All right. And
Cool.
what software are you using here?
So right here, I'm using Ableton Live. This is a great question too. I wanna commend you for that because there's a whole thing with the software wars where everybody's this software is good, this software is not good, etc. There's only 3 top softwares that I recommend, and it's because they get you from the beginning to the end. So what do I mean? When you do a song and you do edits, you have to mix it and make it sound good, which many of them do okay with. But then you have to master it and make it commercial ready. Volume. We all know about volume, right? Where you get this one songs that are really, really low, etc.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of them fall short. You can tell me all the names, and the only 3 I'm going to tell you is going to be Logic, Pro Tools, and Ableton. But Pro Tools is very difficult because it's made for bands and audio nerds that like to route things, and it's not very conducive to people writing or making songs. Do people do it? Yes, but they're the minority. Most people just want to get the idea down fast. Logic's also very, very good. It's a great program. I mix and master on both, by the way, Logic and Pro Tools. However, it's for every 5 steps in Logic, it's 2 steps in Ableton. So, and
Okay.
DJs are lazy, let's be honest. So when we
We
talk
are.
about
Can confirm.
functionality, we want to get the ideas down fast and quick. So, and salute to a lot of the people that are in there. Salute to Molly Party, Justin, Hairspray, Sonia, Jacob, Dell,
Max in the house.
Alan. I see all you guys in here. Thank you so much. Mr. Pookie, salute to you guys. All right, let's get this thing moving. So let's go to a song that it's so funny because I just literally loaded it and I loaded a bunch of things and I was like, holy crap, this is really a pain in the butt. So Michael Jackson songs. So let's go to the beginning of this song and you'll see. So like just counting, right? The one. Where's the one on this? Right? The
Yeah.
first beat. We always want to find the first beat. That's how most DJs mix. So what's funny is, all right, so you would think in theory, right, after these three hits, ta ta ta, that's it. It's the one. But it's actually not the one because I'm going to move it. Let me move this over. And I'm going to just slap this over and I'm going to turn on the metronome. You obviously or have been in a band, so you know what a metronome is. Anybody who doesn't, it's just a way to keep time, right? It's a ticker, like a, so.
Oh,
So it's not on the one.
no.
So it's not on the one. So then we have to find out where this is. This is why I love the AI answer. However, it's not the answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this really quickly just to kind of show you. So we have to find out where the first beat is, and where the first beat is on this song is it's actually on the this, and then this beat right here. So this is where the actual first beat is, and I'll delete that and move this here. Obviously, there's things to do like deleting and cutting, right? Which I'll go into a little more in a bit. But give me one
And
second.
to
Let me put this in a
simplify
bar.
that for people, because it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We're trying to find the one, right?
Correct.
So
The
when
first beat.
you're the first beat, we're and maybe, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm just speaking as a drummer. The hint is the kick drum. Kick drum
Correct.
is normally what signifies we're on the one. Is that what you're? And
Now
is that
you're
what
gonna
you're looking for here too?
yes, but you're gonna love this as a Michael Jackson record. You barely hear the first the first beat. So here we go. Right, ready.
Okay.
Now you hear it just in the metronome alone. We're back on. Now, what else is interesting is that we now have to find. So most tracks are in 4-bar increments or 8-bar increments technically, but right. So and then it'll be like a 4-bar intro. Usually helps a lot of DJs, 8-bar intros, etc. Right. So let me get this here because I want to definitely look at the chat in just a second. But so
Yeah,
we
because
have to
Justin
see.
said use the. It was Justin said use the snare, and I was curious about
No,
that.
snare is usually the 2. So it's boom,
Right.
it's boom, bat. So as a drummer, he knows, right? So it's usually the kick drum. So the
Right.
kick drum is usually the 1, and
That's
then
the
the
one.
snare is the 2. But I
2.
think what he's saying is he finds a snare and then goes the one before.
Oh,
If it
okay.
was a
Are you
so
trying to make
that's
him not sound like an asshole? Because I don't save him out of that. Because I
he
would
has
love
it.
to. Let's
So
just
I'm gonna tell you his superpower. He's like a super genius where he thinks of things just like I was doing this thing on stage, and he asked me something so complex that I was like, this guy's trolling me. But he wasn't. He actually was genuinely asking me. So I know what he does. He finds a snare and then goes back one. So
That's what
I'm getting
he
your
just said
logic.
that. Yep. Yes,
I'm
but
getting
then
your
put it
logic.
on the 2 and then the rest back. I got him. All right. So he's playing 3D chess with us right now.
He's
4D
playing
chess,
3D
baby.
chess. But for anybody else, don't do the snare because that's actually the 2 or the half. So you don't want to do it that way. But
He's trying to
but it
hijack
works
the
for
stream.
Justin. It works for
Yeah.
Justin. So we'll leave it. But I'm saying for most people that are trying to grab it. So kick, snare, etc. All right. So here we go. So now we got the 1, and then we're gonna see where his vocals come in. Right. So this is 1 bar here. I'm actually gonna cut it. Right. Command E. So like I'm gonna change the color just so you see. And then that's 1 4-bar loop. Boom. Then it changes again. Here's a second 4-bar loop. And then
There it is. And it's early. He's not his vocals aren't in on the 1 either.
that's what I'm talking about. So this song is a real doozy because everything
pain.
about it is not easy. Another thing too is usually songs are in 8-bar increments, actually 16 to be exact. But so anybody who's in my academy, which is Ali and Molly, are probably going nuts. They're probably flipping over the table like he's breaking the rules. So, but we're gonna fix that. So don't worry about that. We'll fix it in a second. So I'm just showing you that Michael Jackson here, right? And salute to Aaron because he's like, hey, it doesn't even fall on the 1. It starts right before. Yes. So everything is yes. So we actually fixed it. Now, mind you, we have this is all the gray stuff. So we took all this out just to get this thing moving. So right now, what we're going to do is let's do an intro, outro. Let's get this thing moving and it'll be nice and easy to do. Easy, right? All right, let's go
That's what
here.
we want. Yeah.
That's what we want. So let's so what I did was stems is a great thing, by the way. I always talk about stems, and I just did this thing in Vegas, and literally everybody lost their mind with stems. They're like, stems is it? And it's like, stems is just a tool. It's like looking at the car and looking at the tires and go, oh my gosh, that's it. And it's like, no, but there's an engine too. And then, oh, but there's a steering wheel too. And like, you know what I mean? Like there's always something else to it. People,
Yeah.
us as DJs have the shiny rabbit syndrome, like shiny object syndrome, excuse me, where we're chasing the rabbit and like
It's
thinking
easy to
this
hype us
part
up. It's easy. It's
it
really
is,
easy to
isn't
hype
it?
us up. Yeah.
Isn't it? So what I did was I went into I used a STEM program. I used a free one called Moises. I actually like one called Hit and Mix. It's called RipX. My favorite, probably the most robust. It's about right now they have a sales like $80 for one, and then $150 for a 2 channel one, and then $150 for the studio one, which you could basically stem everything out. But anyway,
Okay.
so just to make it easy, I just took the drums here, and well, let's actually do this. So we fixed that other one on the top, right? We're gonna should
So
probably
it's
use that
starting on
one
the
there.
one, right?
So
Yeah.
starting on the one. So now that's all fixed, right?
And then you stemmed
And
out drums. So now you have drums in layer 2.
correct. Let me move this
Okay.
down by the way. Right. Cool. So now here we go. Actually, you know what? Let me move this other one. Let me undo that. So yeah, so we'll undo that one. We'll use this one here. Let me just make sure. So I'll make sure it's there. Why am I hearing a feedback? You guys hearing it too?
Your sound just changed a little. Just it's not feedback, but it's just a little echoey. But
There it was. It was the solo. Something's happening here with this. Check, 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 check. All right, cool. It was with
I hear
that
you.
empty channel. Okay, cool. So let's see. So it was something. Here we go. I know what it was. It was the channel. So here we go. So let's get that second channel. This starting something. Oh, that one. I think it has an input or something. It's interesting. Let me move a new channel. I'll create a new channel. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
It's always
While you're
technical, right?
doing that,
Uh huh.
is stems? Do you think going to be something that comes out in Ableton? Is that something that they're gonna? Would you find value in them having that part of this?
So Stems takes a lot of processing. I actually like third-party ones better. However, it would be convenient if it was in there. Every program that has it, I mean, like think about how people flame Serato and DJ and even virtual DJ for their stems. Like it doesn't sound real.
Yeah.
And it's because of it takes a lot of processing. So at currently, so I mean we got M4 Max now. So I mean M3, M4 Max, M series for PCs that have really fast processors. So I think they could right now, the way it is though, just from a studio perspective, coming from a studio guy, the standalones work better.
Okay.
But I think eventually it'll get there. Right now, it's not there. So example of hit and mix versus the like the free ones that I used, whatever. You actually hear the tone, like you hear the reverb, you hear the delays. It sounds like a studio acapella. It's really,
Okay.
it's kind of
'Cause it's true.
creepy.
Sometimes if you do like the all-in-one package thing, I feel like something has to give, right? So if we're gonna do it all in one thing, well, it's not gonna be the best. So what you're saying is it's almost better to find the best stem software to get the best stems as opposed to it has everything here, right?
Absolutely. Everything.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly. There is a compromise, just like you said. Salute to hi Kevin in the building says DJ Studio is better for making long mixes, individual edits. I think, and
Respond.
again, I think it's cool. So a good friend of ours, in like I said, respectfully, put out a video, and I've never gotten more messages like this thing doesn't work, and I'm like, again, and I was like, I'll just reiterate what we said with Aaron, and I was like, look, man, just because you get a car doesn't mean it's going to drive you to the store. Now, eventually, I'm sure it will for both drive you to the store and get the track done. But for right now, it's
Uh,
there is a learning curve.
well, I'll tell you
So
this. I played around with it. I played around with it.
uh
And one of the things, like I love that you're showing me this kind of a song because
yeah,
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there are a lot of songs where the vocals come in before the one. There's a lot of them do that. And I will tell you that I was almost broke my laptop in half because I was just trying to do a simple in and out and have the vocals come in before the one on top of the drums that I stemmed out. And I couldn't fucking do it. It was driving me crazy. And so I didn't buy it. I let the trial run out because I reached out to them and basically right now they're saying, I said, can you unsnap the song to the beat grid. Like it was just like every time I tried to move something over, it was like snapped. You know what I mean? And I was like, no. I need creativity to flow. Okay, let me move that around. Couldn't do it. So I bailed on it.
And that's the problem with these programs is that they're so automated that they don't allow you to have the creativity. And the funny thing is, listen, these programs aren't hard. You just have to know how to use them. It's just like so I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a contract or an aspiring contractor, right? And you get a nail and somebody hands you a hammer. And you're like, all right, cool. What happens with these programs is we think we know everything. So like we see nail and then you see a screw with a pointy tip and you grab the hammer and they're like, no, that's a different tool. It's not a hammer. You know what I mean? And that's what happens to us. So just to kind of simplify. So what I did
let's
was
keep going here. Show us. Yeah, keep going.
Let's go. So we stem this out. So now we got just the drums. And then I'll put this on so you know it's on beat.
Hold on, pause it real quick. I'm listening to it. You're right. The kick drum isn't on a 1. It's like that. He goes. That bastard.
It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Everybody, it drives me nuts. But anyway, yes.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Got it. So here we go. Right. So we go. So now we got that. So we're gonna take let's take the one before. So now we got this one here. So now the idea is want to do an 8-bar intro? I think that's pretty cool, right? So we'll do an 8-bar intro. And then we'll take this one here. So now we have to find where we want to start the record. So do we want to start it where this thing here is? So let's see this. Right, it's good place to start it. So I'm gonna move these drums up, right? I'll just move it up there. We'll just make sure that they're on beat, of course. So, I gotta solo this. Let me undo this. All right, cool. So I'm gonna undo all the other stuff. There we go. So we'll go here. Right. So we got this one playing. And all I'm doing is turning on the volume because I don't want it to blow your ears, everybody.
Okay.
So we got claps. So it's the first 4 bars are regular. Then the 5th bar, it's got a clap. All right, so I'm going to mute this one so they don't overlap. Okay, so that doesn't sound smooth at all, does it? So the thing is it starts before.
It's close.
Right?
It's close.
Right? So that's the problem. So the problem is there. So now we're going to move this back. And now the cool thing is we can take this out. So now do we want that hit, or are we just going to do this one? So let's do this. I'll move this back. Right? I'll just have them touch, just what you were saying that the other one doesn't do.
Right, because real quick, what I was noticing is as I see like you moving stuff, it is kind of going up like frame. But that go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, that. Go ahead.
So you can like really move it off beat grid, right? You can move it off so we can hit that vocal, right?
Listen to me. Why not buy a car? This is you just hit the nail on the head. You ready? Why not buy a car that gets you to California if you need to? If I'm in Florida, I'm going to buy a car that gets me to California. The problem with these programs is they don't do this, they don't do that. I have so many program companies that send me stuff and I'm like, I can't use this because it doesn't do everything. Diplo uses this to make music. David Guetta uses it to make music. It makes music. It's made from head to toe to use it. Now, do you have to make records like David Guetta to make edits? No, but it does everything. So if you know what you're doing, which is very simple, it's not that hard. Like, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, so the problem with these programs is it's like you're going to buy a car and I'm telling you, yo, bro, I live in Florida. I can only get to Tennessee and I have to stop and get another car, stop there. You know what I mean? And then go to 2-3 cars to get to before I get to California. You picking up what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm using other analogies, but that's the big thing that drives me nuts. Go ahead.
Cool. All right, keep going.
All right, let's go. So now I moved it back a little bit, and here we go. How hard was that? Now, we can get even more nerdy. Let's say we want that hit. Pat. We bring this back. I pull this back. Same thing. We'll go back a little bit. In fact, let's do it from the beginning so that way you don't think I'm bamboozling you. Here we go. Early beginning. Clap is on the 5, right? Bar 5.
Oh yeah. Listen to that. Da, da, da.
You get what I'm saying? You can get as creative as you want, and you being a drummer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you love those fills. And another thing too is you made this 8-bar edit. Then when you turn that down, the hits hit like right before. You know what's happening right now? The multi-ops and the single ops, those guys, the multi-ops specifically, they're literally building all their crates. The head of the company is hiring us, and they're getting all their guys to literally make all the edits for them. So they have the intros, the outros, the clean edits. Everything's done so nobody in the company can mess up a record.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah.
foolproof is it? Crazy, right?
Can you show us, like, let's say we want to do a short edit of this song. We want to like just
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the verse, chorus, second chorus, and then right back to the outro. Is that how would you do that?
Love it. Okay, so let's go. So let's skim through, okay, for time
Okay.
purposes. Okay, so he starts his first verse is probably at 17, right? Which is 16 bars, by the way. Oh, almost. Okay, so we go there. We got this. Okay, so that's the second verse. You said verse, chorus, right? So
Yeah.
cool.
So after the second chorus, we'll outro. Yeah.
Okay. So second verse, excuse me. Second chorus.
Talking over it just in case I get demonetized. Okay, keep going.
Right.
After 6 seconds, I gotta talk. Okay.
Now, one thing I hate about this, by the way, is look, he starts singing the before. So right there,
Right there.
is the
Yep.
end. So we're gonna figure out a way to fix that. We maybe do another loop, but we'll figure that. But let's reverse engineer it for a second. Let's see what we got. Okay, so let's do this. I want to steal the beginning part here. Let's steal that,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Right, so we're gonna steal that. So let's steal just that part there. Let me get a bar. I want to just grab the right one, so let's go grab it on beat. Here we go. So I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna add this to the end.
Just to stop you real quick, when you were grabbing, are those when you're like when I see the selection tool, is
Yep.
is
I
that
can
8
go
beats right there, or
finite.
is that 4 beats? How many beats is that you just scrolled through? Like how many?
So I grabbed I think it's like 8 beats, and then looped again. So yeah, but
Okay.
I could do as little or as much as I want. So I can do
Okay.
a full 8-bar, which is massive, or quarter notes, eighth notes, 16s, 32s, etc.
He's right. He's like, it's MJ. I'm already screwed. Yeah, I'm gonna have his people all over my ass.
All right. Demonetized. Here we go. I shouldn't have thought of that, by the way. So let's see. Let's see if it's okay. So we got him. So you saw he's on beat though. All right, let's grab him right before though.
Okay.
Right before 2 words. Don't have me singing, by the way. You'll definitely get demonetized. All right, let's
It's hard to not sing during this song. It's so goddamn good. Yeah.
right. Now we could use a snare, or we could use. Let's see. I can go a little more. Let me go one more. We gotta find it. So it's a U. It's this word right there.
Yeah,
So look how finite that is, right? It's
You gotta get
literally
that.
look. Yep.
We gotta get that out of there. And then you know what? Once you get that, let's loop it. That makes it. That's original, bro. Now we're making music. Now we're making something.
Remix.
Remix.
Now I don't love it's obviously got this thing there. So we can let's mess with it a little bit. Let's get some of we can do fades and stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna move that fade over one. Let's do this. We're gonna have to be really like it's gonna be intense. So we'll move it over.
Right, to get that. Yeah.
So now, if you really want to get, I mean, I could get nerdy. You want me to get nerdy?
Well, okay. Will it go over my head? Probably. Huh?
Maybe. So I'll move this over. I'll make a brand new channel. I'm gonna move this down, and I'm gonna make that and I'm gonna make a delay. So like it'll go right into the next one. So there won't be that weird pause, which we're doing right now, by the way.
Okay.
So right now we
almost
got
like an
this.
echo out. You're almost echoing
Correct.
out the vocal into the outro.
Correct. So I'm gonna do it with the because the vocal might. Well, we could do it with the vocal. We could do it with the vocal. Okay, so let me turn that down because it's not the volume's not adjusted. So one is 7 decibels. This will be 7. Right here we go. Okay, so let's take this one here. I'm gonna go in this bad boy. I'm gonna add a delay.
Where are you at right now? Just effects? Okay.
Effects. Yep. So I went to the left where it says effects.
Yeah.
Quarter notes usually go on beat. Triplets are nice, but whenever there's a beat, it's a little bit more problematic. So I'm just gonna solo this one here. There's automation where you could just literally tell it to automate one beat. So like you're like, hey, there's only one I need it on. So let's see where it's at. On and off. So look, watch. I click it on and off. I'll go here. I could do this too. I could do it that way, or I could just do it with the clicker. So let me see. Use this clicker thing. And then it'll go like this. Okay, so I don't love that. Let me see. So we can do it. So meaning it's not long enough.
Okay.
Okay, so cool. So we'll go a little more than that, like here. Let's move it back a bit. Let's move it here. It may be that, it may be something else, but we'll see in a second. So there's basically like an on-off switch, which you can automate. So it's not bad. It's triplet-ish, but I don't love it. Let's do the vocal, like how you originally did that. And that might be cooler. So let's move that. I'm clicking around. Okay, maybe. We'll see how that sounds with the.
See, like, I'll just be honest with you. Like, at this point, it feels like if this was able to do some stemming, then you almost could stem that part out and then just pull his vocal, right?
Could. I mean,
Do you
so
know what I
I
mean? Like,
have
just that section. Yeah.
So you're saying like stem them out where?
Like right at the end there, go 4 bars back and just like that section of the song, just
and
stem
use
it
his vocal
out.
with his vocal or no?
Yeah, and then you could just like either kill it or echo it out. You know what I mean?
Got it. So let me see. Let's see what you're saying. So you're saying to stem it out. Oh, you know what? You did a great idea. So all right, let's do that then. Let me turn this automation off. I don't love it either, by the way, what we were doing. So that's good. So let's move it here. Let's find where his vocal starts. We have to get it to start where he starts, obviously, right? So he starts here, which is, I think it's going to start. Let's see where his vocal is. By the way, that's too much fluff there for my taste, but. See, say you want to be, right?
Yeah.
So that's the issue. Exactly what you said. So here we go. So let's move it. Let's move it here. Let's see. To move it about here. I think it's start 21. Let me see where he starts and then I'll figure it out. I think it's here.
Yeah, Jacob says he struggles with endings, especially ones like this where the vocal's bleeding out or, you know, they want to get creative, which you love about the song, but to try to create a structured outro with what you're doing is definitely, this is a great example of how this is a challenging edit.
What a pain. And I'll tell you this, I didn't prep any of this before. So we're just literally doing it live, which I love.
I'm having fun watching you. You're getting to watch his brain work, and it's sort of like, and thinking outside the box and like, all right, this is a challenge. But here's the thing I like about so far, this tool has allowed you to sort of basically do everything that we're like, well, what about this? Right. So I like it. I like that too.
Okay. Let's see where we got.
Where
so we got to find where he starts. So I think it starts right around here. I say you want to be starting. So let's see if they both match. I might have got them on or might not. Let's see. I'm laying them right on top. There it is. All right, cool. So it's on beat. So you want to, I think you said, why don't we stem it out? So I like that idea. And I feel like. Yeah. So let's do this. And then we're going to add that beat down there. So let's make it just a vocal. So that's the vocal stem. Not that great, by the way. Not in love with that vocal stem, but it works. It does what it's got to do. So let's see. We're gonna grab it here. We'll move. Let's add another drum here where he's at, and then see if we can get it. It's not the drums. Why is the drums not playing? Oh, okay, I'm muted. Here we go. All right. Stuck in the middle. So we got to do stuck in the middle. We'll turn that on.
Hit that like button if you're enjoying watching this right now. I am. I wish I could hit the like button on my own video, but I'm thoroughly enjoying watching this happen. Yeah, this is. Yeah, hit the like. Let's get me to 50 people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Get on to 50. So that's cool too, because we do that. Now, mind you, I didn't. I should have stemmed it out first, but the bass line, we would have stemmed the bass line out. Okay, so we got to find how we're gonna. Oh, I know why, because of this thing here. And then we could do it. So now either we can do.
Wait, I got an idea. Go back, play that last part again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right there. So like now let's capture the yes. So the first yeah that comes after when it goes aka.
Yeah,
let's just repeat. Let's just repeat that.
Got it. Let's get rid of it. So for it to be musical, right, we have to put it at the same time.
Yeah.
We go through it then. Let me just mute the rest so we're not Command E 0. Okay, I just don't want to mess up this timing because the timing is be messed up. Let's see. Okay, so cool. So we have to basically half this up. We're gonna half it up. Let me do this Command Z. You know what? It's kind of cool to do is if you think you're gonna mess it up or could possibly mess it up, you make a duplicate. So then you just go right back to where you were. That's kind of a fast, advanced hack. So
instead of having to Control Z everything, go back to where,
brutal. So now, yeah, right. So yeah, so we'll do this. So we're leaving it that first one, right? We're doing the yeah, and then all we're doing after that is just repeating the yeah, correct?
Yeah, to get us to the drum, to get us to the outro.
Got it. Okay.
So that bastard! He even goes. He throws that like right almost
all the
at the
time.
End of the
the whole song is that, by the way. Just so you know, the whole song is that. So you have to actually. You're like what you're asking is remixing the song, but we're doing it anyway. Because I don't.
Well, I'm just throwing out ideas, and if trying to get us like
to
the end of, to the out of it. And I love that you picked maybe the hardest song possible that we could be
hardest. One that would make me look so bad, like I don't know what I'm doing, but I like it. Let's go. And then we could keep going with the yeah if you want, or that's one of the ways. So that's not bad. Or we could take the and from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then we can add it and keep the acapella. So now it doesn't sound so empty. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's add another channel. We'll go here and then where do we start with the vocal? Oh, here. Okay. So we'll go there.
All right, everybody, and just in about 5 minutes, we're gonna give away the headphones. About 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it. Away. 5 minutes. You guys are in there? Let's get those 50 likes though. We need those 50 likes.
Yeah, give me the 50.
I want to learn how to make some wubs. I like it. There's actually let's see. Woo! Okay, we're playing something twice. Yeah, let me see. Oh, 0. That's why. Let me go to 7. Here we go. I didn't turn the volume down. Oh, the vocal, because the vocal. So I don't like how that sounds. What's happening though? There's something that's playing double. Oh, okay. I got the drums. There we go. That's why. So that's another hack. Yeah, I mean, it depends how you want to do it. And then we could continue out, or we could just do the drums. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of ways we can do it. So, and then obviously you have to process. There's you add a little EQ and stuff like that. So when we get here. and then we had the drums, right? And then we could do the outro. Again, we could add effects. I still wouldn't leave the vocals like that. I probably would add some EQ. So, like
Yeah.
example, this vocal, like, it sounds really weak and very um stemmed out.
Stemmed. Yeah, it sounds stemmed. Yeah.
Stemish. So we just EQ
Stemmage.
a little bit.
Let's make up a
Stemish, right?
word. It's too stemmy.
And then we'll add a reverb on it. Let's add a reverb. Right? And then we're just trying to make it sound a little more studio-ish. So that's better. So now let's see. So when it goes there. Hey. And then that kind of solved the problem a little bit.
So listen to what Hairspray said, which I love. She said, I love making my own edits. You can sound just a little different from everyone else. Right? This gives you the opportunity to add your flavor, right? Or at your events, come up with some stuff that makes you unique to your performance, right? And then I don't know, it probably doesn't it feel a little bit better, different when you're like playing, you know, like your thing and you get a reaction out of the crowd because you got this idea or whatever, you know?
I love when that's the thing. That's the whole thing. So Grant, we had a interview with Grandmaster Flash recently. And he was saying how by the way, he's 67 years old, and how invested he is right now in stems, it's stems and remixing. He said he's doing all 52 records, 52 years of all his music library, and he's making his own edits of everything. And I was like, wow, like if he's not scared to do it, and he's excited, like he's like, dude, I'm making edits, intro, outros. He's like, all these records have like drift, and I used to have issues, like they're putting them on the grid, making them, warping them. So warping is basically putting them in time, like an elastic audio style, and it puts things on. So thank you.
Why don't we plug your academy here, because this feels like the right time to talk about people that are watching this and saw you do this and are interested in learning more, which is a big reason why I wanted to bring you on, because I know that there are those, including myself, who this is exciting. There's some that tuned out like, I don't give a fuck about it. So I'm just gonna download it off of BPM and get on with my life. That's fine. That's fine. All right. But I think like if you really into this can take your DJing up a level, take your performance up a level. Now, instead of like, for me, one of the main reasons of wanting to learn how to do this is that the first thing I do when I find a new song is I go to record pools. Is there one? And if there wasn't one, then I'm just like, damn it, I guess I won't play it. But that sucks because you have like an idea, but here we are. If with some training here, then you can just pull this up and really have fun and get to what you want to do, right?
What I love about what you just said is that, think about it, you won't play it, but now, and how many other DJs feel the same way because the song is problematic. However, if you were the one that did this, you'd be the one playing it all the time because you're the one that made your own edit that works on the dance floor because you understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you want to add value to the DJ community, a lot of DJs want to get out there in front of other DJs. This is a great way to get in front of other DJs because you're solving a problem. You know what I mean?
And Justin brought up a good thing here. Finally, he made a good point. You can charge clients for custom edits too. And that's something that I do. I mean, a lot of times people are like, hey, I want to do a father-daughter dance. My dad wants to do 3 songs. Can you mash them up together? In the back of my head, like, of course I can, but I'm not going to do that for free. You know, and I charge them. I charge $200 an edit right now. And if they want something custom or a first dance, you know, and you can really, instead of doing it on the fly, I think it would be nice to have it done, mixed. And I tell them, sure, I'll mix it and then I'll send it to you ahead of time so you can practice. And that adds more value to it as well.
Absolutely. It's another way to upcharge. Definitely makes you stand out. I have ones where people have been stuck between, we don't know if we're going to hire the band or the DJ, and they're like, I'll make an edit and you can use both. And they've gotten themselves like really high paying corporate jobs where they're doing both. They literally set it up for the people to play on top of it, and they're the DJ doing their thing.
So what's your academy, Cova? What's the academy you got going on?
So it's called Tweak Music Academy. We have 2 ways we do it. We do it one-on-one, and then we have one which is the Academy. Salute to Molly Party and Ali, who's in here, so as well as DJ Dell. And they, you know, we basically teach you this from soup to nuts. It's a great academy. It's a 1-year program, and it's a program. It's not a class, because my whole goal with you guys is to actually bring you over the finish line. And these guys know, man, I put in a lot of work into the academy, and my whole goal is to, literally from that 1 year academy, you're saving like 3.5 years of noodling around and trying to figure it out. And I'm just trying to put out really people that do really good stuff. And these guys are making me so proud. They're just literally crushing it with their clients. A lot of how about this? The father-daughter dance and all this fluff stuff they do, cutting it down, having it all perfect. And their events, they're getting booked. And many of them are getting gigs because they know how to do these things and sell their products.
It's true, because you could be on a phone call and like, hey, if we want to make a mashup, are you able to do that? And I think there's some DJs out there just like, nah, I'm not that guy, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But if you can say yes to clients, especially with stuff like this, and because like what you were saying earlier with all the different trends going around with different versions, and DJs are putting a lot of content out there, so clients are seeing that, and they're gonna want their DJ to be able to do something like that.
Absolutely.
You got to send me a link so I can put that. What I'll do is there a link? And you said you were going to offer a little.
Go to Instagram right now. I can put it in the chat. It's Instagram.com. Just send it on Instagram. It's Tweak Music Tips is actually our podcast. What's our everything, and this is Tweak Music Academy. But Tweak Music Tips, TWEAK Music Tips. Make sure you send me a DM and make sure you put Aaron Strawn, his name in it, and say you saw us here. And what we're gonna do is for anybody who signs up with Aaron, we're gonna give a pretty hefty discount just for you guys, because I think it's super cool. Can I show you one more thing before we go? I know you want to go, but
yes, no, let's do it. We'll do one more thing, and then we're giving away the headphones. But just in case anyone missed that, you want them to hit you up on Instagram. So at DJ Kova, say, hey, watch the show. Right?
Tweak Music Tips. You could do DJ Kova too. DJ Kova or Tweak Music Tips is fine. Either. But Tweak Music Tips is the one that where my admin checks often, so she'll let me know right away. The other one I'm a little slow to respond. I'm sorry. But Tweak Music Tips, and make sure you send us a DM and we'll do it. So I just want to show you a clean edit, because this is the funniest thing. And I did this in I just did this in Vegas, and they absolutely had fun with it. So dirtiest person.
I saw what the song is.
You already saw dirtiest artist out there. Let me know in the chat. Dirtiest artist out there.
Agreed.
Dirtiest artist out there. Let's see. Let me know in the chat. Everybody, come on.
Dirty. Oh wait, should I hide this? Because I think they could see the title.
Yeah, they can see it. They can see it, but everybody.
But that's all right. We're looking for the dirtiest artist out, and we're not talking about cleanliness. We're not talking about cleanliness. We know there's some dirty motherfuckers out there, but we're talking about the potty mouth, the ones where you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ. And like when this title came out, I was like, oh my God, just going for it. Now. No subtlety. There's no subtlety.
No subtlety.
It's just
let's hear the lyrics. Let's hear the lyrics to say it. Here we go. So we're just gonna play the first little snippet, maybe 10 seconds. Here we go.
I don't even gangbang. Pussy so good, make me throw up a set.
Dad is having fun.
That good kitty, good kitty, making my pet. Pretty pussy, top of pussy, you ain't never gonna forget.
Let's see how she sounds. Here we go.
All right. She'll clean it up. It won't be as bad now.
Pussy like dog, can't put it up your nose. Ride on my clit, suck on my toes. 24 karat pussy drip like gold. Got my legs back, eat my booty from the front. Milk mustache on your face when I come.
Milk mustache? Can we stop at milk mustache? Should we just stop?
I mean, can you imagine? How can you make a clean edit of this? How can you clean this up? You made one.
That's why I had to show you this one. I had to show you this one because this is a perfect one that is insane. I just did this live, and it's funny because this was something I was like, "Who's the dirtiest artist out there?" So let's pretend we made a clean edit of this. Let's pretend we made a clean edit.
There's a prom that this is requested at a prom, and you got to play it.
And we got to play it. We got to play it at a prom. But we don't know what we're doing. All we know how to do is we just know how to do beeps. So let's do it with beeps. Let's see how bad it would be if we just did it.
Fat, juicy, and wet. I don't even gangbang. Good, make me throw up a set. That good kitty, making my pet.
Oh, it's not so bad.
You ain't never gonna forget.
Oh, wait till she comes in. Ready?
Like weed, like dog, can't put it up your nose.
We already know. Like, imagine, like, what kind of clean edit is that? Like you said, right? It's almost an instrumental. So let's do this. So now we're gonna get it to work.
Oh, you just grossed my
We're gonna
wife
do-
out. I knew that was gonna happen. we got oohs and yucks in the chat. That's
Pretty bad,
Oh,
right? For
man.
the prom. All right, so here we go. So now I'm gonna replace that, and I'm gonna go into the. What I did was I stemmed it out. I did some ums and ahs and sounds that she did, and then I literally just recreated. So what I did was I'll show. Let me play it for you, and then you guys will go from there. Here we go.
I don't even gangbang. Let me throw up a set.
Nice.
That good kitty, good kitty, making my pet. Pretty, top of, you ain't never gonna forget. Fat, juicy, and wet.
Like weed, like dope, like cocaine, put it up your nose. Rub on my back, suck on my toes. 24 perfect, drip like gold. Turn my legs back, eat my bag from the front. Milk mustache on your face when I go.
Wow.
Right, and it's
Yeah.
it's
That's
now what's
listen-
interesting. Go ahead.
That's listenable. Like that's like okay, you know. I mean,
You know
I
it's
mean,
dirty, but you're not hearing it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you know
exactly.
it's dirty. Like you're like, huh? Why there's so many ums and ahs? And
Is this guy just can't remember the words or what? What's going on? in this song?
So it's funny. Is that's one thing we fix, and then we got this one here. So now we got this is the intro, right? And then the beat starts.
Fat, juicy, and wet.
Okay, so cool. So same thing. So now we're gonna go here, and I got the drums. Well, so I got the instrumental basically. So I'm grabbing that. I'm putting this at the end here, this last bar. So now we're gonna hear how it sounds in.
Oh,
then I'm gonna-
nice.
Pull this back, and guess what we got? Hey, we got our intro.
It gives me like Gorillaz vibes, you know? Like
Right.
I love that like 4-kick intro into something. I fucking love that. Yeah, man,
Isn't
that
it
sounds
crazy?
dope. You know, it'd be fun. It just as we were doing this because it would be fun to do a '90s TV TNT edit of this song where instead of the us, we replaced it with like you remember in the '90s when they play like Lethal Weapon on TV, be like instead of pissed, to be like I'm miffed, Raj. You know, like change the words out.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you could
well-
obviously do miffed. That's so funny. Yeah. We could. I mean, literally, you could do anything you want. You could put doings in reverse. Obviously, the reverses are the easiest, but like doings, like we could do cartoon sounds. Like that's the coolest thing about this is you can really be funny or cheeky about it, and it's really not that hard. Now, what's interesting is if you notice, I'm not doing any wizardry. I'm just
Right.
literally showing you that you use the grid, everything's in time, right? Which
Yeah.
is the main secret to everything, and then that's it. You just count. Which that's why when people tell me AI, like I'm not saying AI is not helpful. I use ChatGPT all the time and other AI applications, but
Mr.
I just feel like
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. I remember that. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
These guys crack me up.
So that's the thing that I'm talking about. It's like it's not that hard as long as you know what you're doing. All these programs are difficult if you don't know music, if you don't know how to count. I mean, you're gonna have trouble. And the other coolest thing about this is I can literally master this and make this bad boy as loud as the original. And you saw what I did with the vocal. That sounded pretty wonky before, and I just added a reverb and an EQ, and before you know it, it comes alive. So these
The
are
chat
simple
was
things.
going. Their chat was really into that. We got that. We got a fire. That sounded cool, dude. Like that. I think. Look, guys, if this is something that you want to just step up to the next level and take your DJing to the next level, and like you were saying, it's like a car mechanic not knowing how the engine works, And I will say this, like I don't know if I told you this, but
Sure.
like one of the things that like one of the most impressive humans on the planet for me is Gordon Ramsay, and it's not his like. I mean, he's obviously a great on TV and he's hysterical, but his wealth of knowledge, he understands not just one type of food, but you can drop him in India, in China, in Korea, in America, in England, or whatever. And he can put together the best recipe. He knows how the flavors work. And I think what you just showed us today was a deconstructed cake, right? You showed us the flavors and how when you take those flavors, you can mix them and put your own spin on it, which I think is really interesting. It's not just, we don't want to edit like you, but you're showing us how I can edit like Aaron. What's my flavor? What's my style? What's my take on chocolate cake? And basically you're like, here's all the ingredients. Here's how it works together. Here's the things that taste good together. And if you can understand that, and music is very mathematical too. So once you get it, you sort of get it. And then you can really have some fun and play.
And that's it. And once you know the program and you know, like I said, it's some basic music structure and math, the world's your oyster, man. And that's it. Then it's time to get busy.
So, all right, let's give these headphones away. Let's give them away. Here's what we want to do. I love, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, please. That's it.
Yeah, here's the plan. We're going to give them away right here, right now. Now, I'm sorry, but this is just for US based only because we ain't paying no fucking shipping to wherever the hell you are. I'm sorry. All right. Honestly, the closer to the East Coast, the better. I mean, if this guy just had to send something to Florida, I'm sure you're going to be golden, right? Just throw that in the mailbox.
Anywhere in the US is fine. Anywhere in the US is fine. Right.
US is fine. Now, what's going to happen is I want you to do it right now. He's going to text me a number between 1 and 200, right? Was that what we said?
Yep, 1 and 200.
Between 1 and 200. He's going to text it. Go ahead, Kova, text it to me like right now. Text me.
Now.
As you can see, it's happening. This is not plea. My hands are...
Huh? Yep, exactly. I'm going to send it before you guys even start. Let's see. Oh, snap. Lost you. Which one? Here we go. 1 second.
All right, my hands are here. And then what I want you guys to do is you're going to start guessing in the chat, and the first one that guesses it gets the headphones, okay?
I hope it's not like the Shore one, right? Where I was telling you.
Instantly, right?
We did one, and it was like the first person got it. All right, here we go. I sent it. Chat, let's go. Let's see who gets it.
Let's go.
1 to 200.
We'll get some music going on here. All right, let me pull that down. All right, so let me see if I got your text. Make sure I got it. There we go. I got it. All right. As soon as you see it, tell me. All right, we're going 1, 2.
Only one person was close so far.
200. We had somebody that's close.
Oh, I think we got it.
You got it? Oh, I do. I see it.
I see it.
Holy shit, you guys were fast. Fucking hell.
You guys did so fast.
All right, we got it. I'm about to show it on the screen. Here we go. There we go. The winner. Do you have a drum roll? Do you have a drum roll?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Here we go. And just for proof, I don't have to prove it. Fuck you guys. It is what it is. It's 51. Well done, Travis. Travis, you are the winner. What I want you to do, Travis, is I want you to DM me on Instagram right there. Show me, give me an address, whatever, and then
full name, address, apartment number if you live in an apartment.
Yeah, all the full details. But you are the winner of these Hercules headphones. Everybody, can we just make some noise and thank DJ Kova for being here today? Thank you, bro. This was fun as hell. I think that honestly, we probably could have done like a 5-hour just, you know what? Would that be an interesting seminar at a conference? Just sitting at a computer and just building something? I'd be down for
it. You gotta tell the guys at Midwest DJs Live. You gotta tell them, be like, yo, you gotta have Cova next year. That's why you Justin, you and Aaron gotta go ham and be like, yo, you guys gotta have a Cova next year.
Yeah, dude, if you were there, we're doing a panel. So if anybody's coming, me and Justin and who else? Justin, who else? I can't remember who else. But we're doing a panel, and dude, that would have been awesome. Like have you on just as a surprise, like bring you on, like walkout music, and just sit at a laptop and just build an intro. I'm telling you, man, this is good stuff because I think I'm gauging from the chat that this is something that I think people are really interested in. There's not a lot out there. So I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming on and doing this. This was fun as hell.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you staying on longer. Listen, Aaron came on, said, yo, we're only staying an hour. not because of me, because he had things to do. And I was like, and look, he's here for you guys. So I really appreciate you for having me. And thank you, man. Honestly, it's an honor to know you and Justin and all the cool guys and everybody in here. Salute to Mac Joseph in here, Maria, Justin the DJ, Tony Morris, DJ Dell, Athena. Let's see, Mr. Pookie, Daniel Rodriguez. I see you, fam. Thank you so much. BB's in the building. Great to see you. Let's see who else is in here. Travis J.
Maria.
Travis J for winning, by the way. Salute to you. Sonia Faciel, that's my queen moderator right there on Twitch. She runs everything. Carl, great to see you, Carl. Alex Dingman, salute to you. Johnny Lorenzo. We got a lot of people in here. Listen, if you guys got some value from this, give us the 5s in the chat. Give us the 5s. DJ Hairspray, give us the 5s if you got some value.
Looking for 5s. And then you've never done a stream, but what I like to do at the end is a Mr. Rogers wrap up. What we learned today. Hi, boys and girls. What did we learn today? We learned that allegedly Kova has some vinyl out there. All right, allegedly. That may or may not hit some insane numbers. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. We learned that Michael Jackson is a motherfucker for all the not coming in on the one. If he's still making music, I'm sure that he'd still be doing that shit. What'd you learn, Kova?
Yeah, I learned don't do any edits without working on them before. And Michael Jackson was a doozy, but it was awesome because you guys got to see the thought process, right? We got to do it together.
So make sure if you guys are interested, go to Tweak Music, send a DM, use my name, get out there and start making your own stuff. See everybody, go fuck yourself.
Peace.